and welcome to Rose's Cafe. Today we're going to be making a very uniquely Filipino dish called beef kare-kare. This is a stew that features, among other things, oxtail, peanut butter, and a variety of vegetables. Sometimes it can be used or eaten with chili paste or shrimp paste. Sometimes it's sprinkled or seasoned with chili and calamansi juice. The main ingredients will be oxtail, although beef and other meats can be used sometimes. Today's recipe is going to be a typical Filipino-American version that's going to involve oxtail, vegetables, peanut butter. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find shrimp paste, but we do have some hot chili sauce. Calamansis are also kind of hard to find here, but I do have some lime juice. So without further ado, let's start first with cooking the oxtail. Now I have here in my stock pot a bit over a pound of oxtail, and I've put about a quart of water, just enough to mostly cover the oxtail in there. And I'm going to boil that, simmer that on medium heat for about 3 hours. Now, oxtail as a cut of meat has a very high content of gelatin and gelatin protein, and it needs to be cooked over a long period of time. Some people even use pressure cookers. But if you want to simmer it for a few hours, as I'm going to here, that'll work just fine as well. Our oxtail has been simmering for about 3 hours now. It smells really good, really rich. The broth looks really great, so I think it's time to move forward. Our additional ingredients include a half a cup of annetto seeds soaked in 1 cup of hot water, half a cup of peanut butter, 1 large eggplant chopped up, 1 head of bok choy chopped up, 1 onion and 2 tablespoons of garlic chopped, and about a pound of green beans that has been washed and chopped. So now, to the pot with the oxtail, we want to add the peanut butter. And we want to add the water from the annetto seeds. We want to strain out the seeds themselves and add just the water. The annetto seeds themselves are not edible. We want to give that a stir. It's going to take a little while for the peanut butter to melt and dissolve, but it will. Now we're going to let that simmer for 10 minutes or so. And now, while the oxtail and peanut butter and annetto water are simmering for a while in the main pot, we're going to add the onions and garlic to a skillet of hot oil, a couple of tablespoons of oil. And we're going to saute that in this skillet until they become aromatic and the onions are translucent. Now the onions are coming along nicely, as is the garlic, so now we're going to add the green beans and the sliced eggplant right into the same skillet, which is going to be rather full. But we're going to add them in there with the onions and garlic and let those cook for a few minutes with the onions and garlic. The eggplant particularly will absorb the flavor from the aromatics. And the eggplant will cook down somewhat as well. Now that our vegetables have sauteed to where they're more or less tender, we can add them into the main pot with the oxtail and peanut butter and netto and water. At this point we would like to mix that around, and we want to let that simmer for a little while. Make sure the vegetables become tender if they're not quite yet. Around 2 or 3 minutes before you finish, your last step is going to be to add your chopped bok choy and some salt and pepper to taste. Now, it's not going to take that bok choy long to cook. That's why you want to add it last, and then you're only going to cook it a few minutes. It's been simmering about 3 more minutes with that bok choy in there, and everything looks just about right. So, let's plate this stuff up. First, we'd like to get a nice portion of oxtail on the plate. And then we'd like to get some vegetables. And we'd like to have plenty of that good peanut sauce that's in there. And there we go, beef Kare-Kare Filipino American style. So thanks for dropping by. Join us next time here at Rose's Cafe. Bye now.